I was driving it, wouldn't get over 130 on the freeway. Like, I don't know what the hell it is. When I was driving that Coquette right there on the freeway, it was doing like 8th gear, 120, 130, and it had like no power. No power.
That's the problem with the Coquette.
And I just
that's
like,
why I wanna that's why I wanna like,
that's how the penumbra used to be.
It can't fit a V12, which I think it should because it's a fucking Coquette, but that's the problem with it. Like, I would drive it every day, but with these new engine swap cars, the acceleration, it just can't keep up with anything because 8th gear struggles to hit that 189, and then you need the 8-speed to make it viable. So
I'd say it from a very biased perspective. I cannot stand most vehicles with an 8th gear. Or 7th for that matter, because it's seemingly 6 or 8.
You can only drive one car then.
Bitch, I'm driving the fucking Scout, and you ain't catching me with a fucking sequential. You think I want to press that button every time I get into core? No.
Everything all right, guys?
Hell the fuck no.
It is
annoying, especially as you get in and out, in and out, in and out. Then you're trying to go. And
okay, so
like,
question. When you guys change your like traction control, do y'all have like a personal button in the car, or do you, do you open up the little?
No, I have a button for everything.
Okay, so I have found, and the thing is, I don't drive a car with a sequential, but I have found that when I utilize, my personal button, it's not persistent. As in, the next time I get in the car, it's reset, or the next time I park it, whatever. But when I set it through, little control panel, it is persistent.
Yeah.
I don't know if that also applies to the sequential. I just fucking hate that when we're slamming on our brakes to come to a stop, oftentimes you end up in reverse as you're getting out of the car. And the next time you get in the car, your car is in fucking reverse. And it is the most frustrating thing, accelerating going backwards.
The worst thing about the sequential is when you're mid-chase and you get stuck in like 6th gear. It's so fucking bad. I hate it so much. I lose so much people because I just get stuck in gear.
Yeah, that's rough. That is rough.
It is what it is.
So how much horsepower does this thing have?
This 966, 996, one of those two.
Yeah. If these things were all-wheel drive, they'd be absolute monsters. But again, right now, every vehicle fleeing from us and getting away consistently, there's I would argue, over 90% chance it's an all-wheel drive car, probably flat 6, stage 5s, big turbo.
Bruce, are the Sultans? I'm getting mixed. Some people say the Sultans are rear wheel. Are they all-wheel?
I don't know. I've never driven the Sultan, the 2-door RS, but I do know it's a beast with the but Toby told me it's a beast with the QT, the 2JC QT, the one that the Chief's got in his car right now.
Wait, so what's yours? Is yours the Progress?
Mine's a Mayabatsu.
Okay. The reason people refer to this as a Sultan is because on MDT profiles, this is registered as a Sultan.
Oh, I see. But yeah, this is a beast here.
Yeah. Is this is all-wheel drive? Yeah. Certainly, yeah.
Yeah, this is all-wheel drive.
Mm-hmm.
Morning, Opal.
The engine being built right now will be ready tomorrow. The best engine for this is a 3.5. I'm building a 3.8 because it's more universal. And if I want to sell it, it'll be options to more people looking for it.
You know what's crazy is he pulled up and he was GSR positive. He was.
Is 76
I.
Bravo on
Okay.
Avenue.
You think I don't know?
I mean, Taco, from their perspective, it makes sense because it shouldn't necessarily change just because one. You sort of have to find a middle ground for both,
Matt
essentially.
Rhodes, Jenny's trying to tell me that she thinks I'm Gunner.
Oh. Tell her I haven't found you shitting at autos, so I don't think that's the case.
Shitting at autos. Okay. Yep. See. I did go take a shit on the guild's house the other day.
Okay, you're giving gun, but not gunner yet. You know?
Okay, yeah. See, he said I'm giving gun, not gunner vibes. I'm not doing drugs, Jenny. Everybody knows I'm Tyler Peters and not gunner. I gotta go.
Peters, what engines did you say you had?
And what?
The engines you said you're not using.
A 6.2 liter V8.
Okay, and the other one?
I gotta check my list here.
I don't see anyone in the moment, but they may be in the back.
Okay, we got a 3.0 turbo i6, 3.5 liter twin turbo, 5.2 V10, which is straight booty cheeks. Oh, actually, I don't know if that one is, but we have a 6.2 liter V12. That one's booty cheeks. I tried it in every single PD car, and it just was
is that the one in Mateo Scout right now?
Yeah.
I mean, it's at least like semi decent for like bullying to some degree. It's just there's a massive difference between the 6.2 and 6.5. Like I've never seen a use case where the 6.2 is better than the 6.5.
No. I mean, it gets up quick and it brakes fast, but top speed's rough. Actually, you know what? The thing that fucks everything is putting that goddamn tuner sequential shit in stuff.
Let me oh, you said that shit's in Mateo Scout already, right?
The 6.2 liter.
6.2. Yep.
It's not worth it. It's absolutely not worth it. I paid 800 grand to get it built out.
Okay. Say I'm
I would ask Bruce about the V8 I have, and I have that one. I actually have that one in my backpack. The 6.2 liter V8.
I'm trying to think if the new engine, and I take out the 8-speed sequential in the Coquette, would that solve its no, because it already red lines at one something. I don't know that I'll have enough.
Is the default transmission of the Coquette 8 gears?
No, it's 7. You need the 8.
7? Oh.
Is it 7?
Yeah. And the problem with it is that it would redline at like 150 or 160.
Wait, and McNulty didn't have the 8-speed in there? That's why
McNulty has the 8-speed in there right now.
Does have
yeah,
it.
no, I was an 8th, yeah.
Okay.
So I'm trying to see maybe if I switch the engine, would that solve the problem? Maybe, I don't know.
6.2 liter V8, any good?
Oh my God, you're sneezing. You okay?
Bruce, you know
What?
6.2 liter V8.
Activate you with that.
No, not that I know of right now at this time.
Alta Street to black and
It
blue.
is. Hold on a second.
Eastbound Vinewood. Right, southbound Power Street.
Fucking 420 horsepower.
Left eastbound Spanish. Right, southbound Meteor Street.
I mean, the only reason you would end up getting that over...
Right, westbound.
It's a small block. It's a Chevy engine.
Yeah.
Your stuff is Chevy engine, so.
Yeah, but
Wouldn't be
maybe
much
that would
to
go
it.
hard in a Scout.
I don't know. I'm starting to
It's
think...
like 420 horsepower, but based on points here, I don't know what it is. But, it's a small monster. I mean, but no one's built it because of that. Only 420. In the right car, I'm sure it'd be beast mode.
Southbound.
Bruce, question. Have you run into anyone with high mileage vehicles where their vehicle isn't performing as well as it used to?
Yeah,
Even
all the time. Told you how to fix it.
Well, I mean, just like general high mileage on a vehicle, not so much like.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
Like, I don't know if that's actually, a thing to consider, but like, I'm just saying, when the Scout was flawless, that bitch had less than 5,000 miles. That bitch got like 16 grand now.
Oh yeah, you probably need to get a new vehicle. I don't know that for a fact. Don't take it as fact, but I would recommend probably getting a new vehicle.
And getting everything swapped over, yeah.
Yeah.
The other thing I take issue with is, like, for example, I was gonna swap my tires, and the reason I was gonna do it specifically, when I say tires, I mean like the actual wheels, not the actual slicks on the Scout, is because the last time I did that, it resolved a lot of the issues, and unfortunately, every time I give a receipt to a mechanic, it's the wrong fucking wheels every time, without fail. And it doesn't matter if it's like the only thing on the receipt, it's consistent. And the only time it hasn't done that is when I had Ventura pick the wheels I wanted, get the receipt himself and put it on himself. And I don't know why that works, but otherwise it doesn't. It's so silly.
It is silly, and I've had that happen a couple of times myself to customers.
I've even had I even had a mechanic apply the ram bar. Sorry, I don't want to interrupt.
Well, hold on one second. We just put these a set.
Yeah, you're good.
Already done. I'm just gonna put a set.
I think I might just buy a new scout.
Going left down
Don't
San
be fucking
Andreas
on that one.
in the oncoming lane of travel. Northbound
I don't know.
in,
The scout in its good era had like less than 5,000 miles. That bitch got 16K now.
You can come over if you
Are
want.
you blaming the miles? Why
You never
mean,
know. You never know.
Yeah, you don't. That's a good point.
You know, what if the bitch just been ran through?
Oh, maybe, I
The
don't
super
know.
scout been super ran through.
What were you saying about the ram bar?
Oh, so I had a mechanic. So there was a ram bar on my car, and I wanted a different style one. So I purchased it. I give the receipt to the mechanic. They apply it. Nothing.
Oh God.
Did it again. Picked a different one. They apply it. Nothing. Did it a third time.
All the way, all the way.
Nothing. And then guess what?
What happened?
2 weeks later, pull it out of the garage. It's got it. And I know for a fact Ventura didn't do anything with it. So, like, I don't know what the fuck is happening, but something was, like, real wonky.
The city has been really wonky lately. Surely has. So there's times that it does do that, and people have to spend like multiple times for it to take. The same thing like with repairs. So I always double tap on the repairs to make sure everything's good. It doesn't really happen all the time, very often with repairs though, but definitely with cosmetics.
Yeah, cosmetics are so wonky sometimes. Like,
They are.
especially with, like...
Paint also.
Oh, jeez. See, I've been
Is that
fortunate with paint,
Is
but...
that no dampener thing helping like turning and things? Like, is that like just people coping, like
That's
coping,
copium.
or?
Chief put it, or Peters put it right back on. He put it on his copium. He's copying it
What?
out.
I wrote what?
The
I said,
dampener.
is the no dampeners thing? Is that like really? Have you guys seen, like?
I remember originally
benefits?
people would not run dampeners, and then out of nowhere everyone was running them, and then everyone is like, now they swear by it.
Dampeners or no dampeners?
They swear by dampeners now.
No, Houston pulled out. I think it depends on the vehicle. I think
Yeah,
it's possible to
that's very much
overtune
so
a
the use case.
vehicle. Like,
It is. So I was trying to tell you, you don't need all stage 4s and 5s. You just need to mix it up.
like I would find a car with dampeners and without dampeners. Like, I know in my Penumbra, putting dampeners on, fucking like made it so it understeer. Is it understeers where it doesn't steer, right?
Yeah. Oversteer's like you fishtail.
Yeah, where it understeered.
Put a wax on this.
Is there like a temporary set of wheels on this, or is this good to be brought back?
This is good to go.
Okay. Peters, I can bring this back to the BCSO. I will need a ride back to Mission Row though.
If you just want to wait, I'll just.
All right.
You got the slicks, right?
I do, sir.
Okay. There are slicks on this, but I need these slicks
Okay, got it.
because those
Got a
can't go.
spare
around.
set of tires on me.
I gotta go.
If it hasn't already, I'm happy to call.
Anything I don't
UTL.
use from this vehicle, I gotta put in the fucking incinerator.
The incinerator?
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh.
All right.
Daddy Jose took care of me.
Oh, okay. Good, that CVPI looking real wonky.
What?
It's
Yeah,
not a
it
little
does,
crooked
doesn't
for you.
it? Yeah, it is.
That back wheel is real low.
I'm so over this. I'm so over this fucking trial and error thing.
Me too. The unfortunate reality is that I've always been of the mindset that like our like average response should be capable of dealing with like the average situation. But again, everyone's rocking engine swapped all-wheel drive cars.
Yep. That's the thing.
And they're nimble. They're very fucking nimble. And the crazy part is the Ferrari GT, that bitch with the, like, basic bitch parts and a set of wheels, that thing will outturn out anything. Give us a Ferrari GT with lights and sirens. That's all.
I think. I think the fucking PD vehicles shouldn't be suffering from the part issue. I think that's a completely different thing. I think we should just have standard cars across the board, and then fucking parts don't affect it. It just drives how it should drive. Like, I'm not saying it's bad, because I think people actually, I think it's cool, right? People want to fucking put all this fucking cool shit on their car, but I don't know.
It's made pursuits very unpredictable when every time we show up to fucking laundromat, we have to be like, hey, yo, you willing to pop the hood? Just to see if it's fucking engine swapped.
I had Trevette show up on scene the other day, and he just got in Hydra's car, popped the hood, and said, "What's in this bitch?" And I'm like, "You can't just
you can't do that. You can't do that. That's no bueno."
He rolled up, and it's like, I'm doing hostage negotiations. He's like, "This is an engine swap? This is an engine swap?" I was like, "God damn it, Trevette."
I mean, if you really want to know, if it's not a 99 vehicle, if it's personally owned, and it's an all-wheel drive car, so think Sultans, Progress, fucking... The only non-all-wheel drive car kind of used as a lot to some degree is the Ferrari. That bitch is rear wheel, but handles phenomenal. Yeah. Astrons, like, again, any vehicle frequently used is all-wheel drive for good reason.
I fired Trevette.
Huh?
He looked at me funny. Oh, I need the slicks off that one.
Yep.
You got the other slicks already, right?
These are the better quality ones here.
Yeah, I need those, so I gotta put those.
I want you to come take a look real quick. Just take 4 minutes max. I want you to take a look at my little operation center that I got working, just so y'all can see.
Yeah, where's it?
I'm working. It's just right there by the courthouse.
Okay, let me go.
Peters, where am I? Well, actually, I don't want to drop this at Mission Row and leave it unattended. It'll get locally towed.
We'll follow Bruce.
All right, perfect.
It'll be real quick.
I imagine it might be vehicle dependent.
So y'all about to see the hub empire here for parts, okay? Now I'm redesigning everything as of today. Just walking a little slow to let it do its thing. The upstairs is nice and pretty, you know, entertain guests.
Ooh, it's good up there.
You got the second stage here. My little butt coin, you know, I have to get certain things, you know, all that good stuff.
Oh, damn. Is it crazy that I immediately, like, looked right, assuming that the staircase was there?
Now look around.
Oh, wow.
You got different stages everywhere, right? Stage 2, stage 3 is a little mix of everything. Reorganize everything. But if you look over here, stage 3s are over here. Okay. The tires are over there.
There's a bottle of Oxy on the ground.
Oh, well, that's somebody threw it there. I don't even know. You can take it if you need it. So you see all these parts here, right? So all this costs money. Every part you see here was a box that was opened up, and it cost $5,400. Okay. Damn. So take a look, and then you got the stage 4s over here, and then I got boxes upstairs of stage 4s, some stage 4s. So you come in here, see there's more.
Oh, light.
Yeah. I know. I'm working on.
I know you're
design.
renovating. You're renovating.
Yeah, I was working in the dungeon, literally working in the dungeon. So look, this is all the shit that I got invested in. So all that shit costs money. All this money you see on the floor, and I hope to make it sell, right? So my
But if
pricing,
it
you
doesn't,
say
it's a loss.
exactly.
Yeah.
So take a look at all that damn stage 4s and 5s. Now the thing is this, right? I can sell it for peanuts, but the problem is that I don't make. Okay, let me put it this way. I do make deals and trades and all that good stuff with that stuff. So it seems like it's a lot, but it's not because it does go out with trades and stuff like that. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And then sales as well. So I supply the whole city, man. I mean, like it's not just the PD. Everybody comes to me for all sorts of shit, right? So if you look around, that's a lot, millions of dollars worth of shit on the floor. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I mean, like it's
Nice
crazy.
tires.
You know what I mean? So when I say I have to source tires, you know, I as soon as I source them, they're sold. Like, you know, and then they got a lot of parts that sit around this, that, and the other. So I'm
Have
renovating
tires
down here.
been coming in more frequently as of recent?
No, and if
Damn.
they are, they're being used right away. Like I buy on the open market too. I also buy stage 4s and 5s. That's another thing I do. So I buy them at 40, 50K sometimes, and I have to sell them for 60 because a customer comes in. I'll be like, look, I can get it. It's going to cost me, and it's going to cost you, the 10K extra or whatever. But a lot of
Yeah.
people know my pricing, so they hit me in the head with the max minimum profit, like 5K profit. But I got to go out and source it. I got to go meet them, send the money, da da da. It's a lot of work for just that 5K. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And then, so this is the operation. This is this one. I've got some parts some other places, a little bit parts somewhere else, but yeah, that's the gist of it there. And it's going to get all renovated and put in boxes and sorted and all that good stuff. But I guarantee you that once everything's sorted, I will be able to see exactly
Peters!
everything. He's looking. He's trying to get everything he can.
Peters!
I got lost.
You-
Sorry.
Oh, it must have been the staircase. It's like when I went down, I thought it would have continued to the right, but it's to the left.
Mm-hmm.
See that operation right there? Now it's sloppy
Yeah.
right now. That's why I've been running. But man, there's a lot of money just sitting there that hope shit sells. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, you're not wrong. Even taking just the base value of the boxes,
Basic. I mean,
yeah.
like, yeah.
You're. I mean, like I said, you're not wrong regarding that, for sure.
That's not including all the ones and twos. If you look at the backyard, the up there, I have to come and clear that out all the time because it's full of shit in the backyard.
There's always a bunch of crap back there.
Yeah, well, I mean, there's a lot of crap that comes out of the boxes too.
Yeah, not wrong. And from my understanding, there's very little place to put them. They can't be recycled, right?
No, it takes a while.
We need to speak to the fucking recycling center to get them bitches recycled, because there's too much fucking shit.
All right, well, y'all good to go. Y'all got everything.
You as well.
Anything.
I might call you later to put these.
Peters, I'm gonna need a ride from the BCSO back to Mission Row.
Okay, gas, and then.
All right. I do not like the Coquette at all. And 9?
I gotta stop and get gas,
Hey,
and then I'll be up there.
At high speeds, it drives fine and it maintains the speed, but I want to actually see. And 14. That's why that caps out if it doesn't have the 8 speed. 52. The thing is, hold on. Oh, ooh. 7th gear goes to 152. But when it's in auto, when is it shifting to 8th? 135-ish? $133? So much better doing it manually, but no one's gonna do that. Much effort. Oop. Not mean to have it in sequential. I wonder if sequential stays persistent and you don't have to set it every time until like auto. You do it through like this menu. I'm pretty sure it stays persistent for the traction control settings. That, by the way, is what I hate about this. Wow, 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 wow. Because look at how much distance it adds when you're braking. Do that same thing, same engine, same parts with the manual, dump the clutch, slam on the brakes, that car stopping faster, without a doubt. Wheel with paddle shifters? Fuck no. No, that sounds extra as fuck.
Ooh, McNulty's not gonna be happy today.
Ooh. So is this a stock engine in here?
Yeah, stock engine, which he had before, and he didn't have any tires on his vehicle. I feel like I feel like I'm a pretty.
I mean, if he only wanted it for a few hours and he got a few days, like...
He got a few days. Well, and the other thing is I put those slicks on there, and I told him the deal was get me semi-slicks, and he never reached out to Bruce, so I don't know what to tell him.
Is it possible he got semi-slicks and just hasn't...
I mean, I talked to him last night. I talked to him last night, and I said, hey, like, I need you to put the motor back in my penumbra. And he said, I'll do it before I go off duty. He never did, so... I don't know. I'm not sure if I fuck with semi-slick versus slicks. I don't know if I can even tell the difference.
I do know that when the Scout had semi-slicks, it was during its era of like being really fucking solid. And then it's had slicks ever since.
Do you want me to go pull everything out of your car and put it back in?
I can do it.
Hello?
I can do it.
Yeah, what's going on? I think a bunch of them stormed out. I don't know. I have no idea. I know Scotty said he fucking stormed out, but... Probably. I know Princess was running DOC yesterday. No, it's fucking... I don't think he's busy during the shift. Yeah, I talked to, so Scotty quit. He's in his emo phase. I would talk to, people probably in Blaine County. I saw Princess dressed up. I don't know who else is.
There's a lot of DOC last night.
I think I like the semi-slicks better.
Rhodes and Peters, I need your good luck.
Okay. Yeah, that's probably the best thing. Okay.
One moment. I'm a recycler. Why do you need good luck?
You take this.
Okay.
You take this. We're all gonna open. We're all gonna open them and hope for the best. Okay.
Okay.
All right. You guys ready for the first one?
Yep.
All right. Let's go. First one.
I need a moment. Relax. I need a moment.
Okay.
Oh my gosh. Whew.
I opened them. I got stage 2 parts.
Whew,
I do have
okay.
stage 5.
All right.
Okay.
I'm gonna open on 3. 1, 2, 3.
What'd you get?
Well, I got a semi-slick and a stage 3 clutch.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, perfect. That's good. That's good. That's good. That's a little bit of money.
Okay.
Okay. I got stage 1 coilover. You guys ready for the next one?
Yep.
Yep.
do one.
Ready? 1, 2.
Meditate. Just have a moment.
Are you telling me to go AFK right now?
That's not what I said.
You said meditate. That's what people say when they do that.
No.
1, 2, 3.
It's a stage 3 fucking performance badge.
Stage fucking 3 dampeners.
What do you? Okay. What do you need? What do you need? What do you need right
No,
now?
I just bought them. Hopefully, I got some good luck. That's it.
Oh,
Well,
okay.
here's your tire
Oh, thank you.
and your clutch.
There's that.
Thank you.
Damn, I got a 2 for 1. I'm just saying, I meditated.
Yeah.
Here's this. Let me check my. Let's see what I got.
Does
Okay,
anyone
I
have
got
a drill?
I might. I got a bunch of. I got stage 4 dampeners. If you need dampeners, I got stage 5 coilovers and stage 3 coilovers. I got a stage 4 anti-roll bar, and I got stage 3 brakes. And
I just got this. Hopefully, I got anything. But I did get one semi slick. So was that 40K?
No, one is like
One?
20K.
What? No.
Yeah, I get some set of semi slicks for 80 grand. Slicks are 120.
Huh?
Yeah.
You got the fucking hookup.
Oh, maybe it's just your shift.
Maybe.
There's a drought.
Hey, Rhodes.
What's up?
Since you pulled it,
Why the fuck did Bruce put street tires on my
Nope.
vehicle?
if you need to put those on the Scout, go ahead. Put those on the Scout.
Hold on. You do know that
Can I ask what else?
maybe it was a temporary set of wheels and he didn't swap them?
Oh, did you not put the semi slicks on the? No, they're street tires. Or did you put this? What did you put the semi slicks on? No, you gave me the slicks. There's street tires on my CVPI right now. God damn, yeah, it was the other way around. Wait, you don't have the semi slick, so you got it. Wait, so
Why
you
are you
do.
giving me these?
In case you need them. I don't want them. I don't need them.
4 crosses.
This is why people don't use you, Bruce.
That is
I'm
crazy.
just fucking with you.
What'd you just give me?
No, I have street
Parts that
tires
I don't need.
on
Why
my...
is it just an iron rod in the middle of
I
our...
got street tires.
I think this
I'll
was from a
use that
tow
later.
truck.
I gotta go back up and maybe put the semi slicks on fucking
I called you out.
the McNulty's vehicle.
What the hell?
Rhodes, you want
She
to talk
only
about your
has
dick real
let
quick?
it be known she only has a southern
Sure.
accent because she
Yes.
visited my ranch.
Yes, we need to. I need context behind what the fuck happened.
Do you know what happened with your dick?
No.
Do you know how your dick's doing?
No, because I still don't know what the fuck happened. Ain't nobody told me shit. The only thing I saw was a report written by you, which doesn't really detail much, and then a text message from him 14 hours ago that says, "I'm sorry, I love you."
That what he emailed you?
No. Okay, Bruce emailed me, and he said, "Vaughn, need you now. It's dark." But, like, I wasn't around.
So yesterday, Dark went to go meet Pestilence.
Who the fuck? What the fuck is pestilence?
So you know there's a plague going around, right?
Uh-huh.
Pestilence is the horseman of plague. You remember a Dr. Isaac Smith? He used to work at Pillbox a long time ago.
Mm-hmm.
You know how he died?
Sure.
Well, this horseman or ghost or whatever you want to call him is taking over his body.
Wonderful.
Also, TJ Walker. I saw him not too long ago too. He's supposed to be dead too, apparently.
You saw TJ Walker.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
I've seen a lot of fucked up shit the past 2 weeks. I've actually talked to TJ Walker too.
Well.
So,
Road's on freak.
Dark went to go visit Pestilence.
One moment. Hey, firm.
I need you to drive the cockhead back down. He put the semi slicks
Hey,
on
firm.
there.
I'll head up with my car. Here, jump in my car. We'll talk. This could be a disaster.
So yeah, he went to talk to this Pestilence person. And he talks for about a half an hour at the lighthouse. We told him this is a horrible idea to fucking do.
At the lighthouse or the house next to the lighthouse?
So Pestilence has been known basically to be at the house next to the lighthouse, and Bones is always at the lighthouse.
Okay, that's
So I
what I
guess-
wanted to clarify.
So I guess the horsemen, basically the four horsemen,
Okay.
are Conquest, which is Pestilence, War, Famine, and Death. So Bones is Death, the Faceless is War, and this Dr. Smith or Pestilence is Conquest.
Okay.
So he went to go talk to this guy after we all said he shouldn't be doing this at the lighthouse, house next to the lighthouse. He probably talked to him for about 45 minutes, 30 minutes maybe. He drove straight to St. George Medical Center, locked himself inside with the doctor we found down in the sewers that got fucked up, had his eyes torn out and everything. Don't know if you know about that.
No.
Yeah. So he locked himself in the room with the body of that guy. And then Jackie and Perry were treating him and basically passed out, and now he's in a coma.
The thing is, knowing Richard, the only reason he would do something like that. Give me a second. We're gonna swap cars here.
Pain in my ass. There's a giant pain in my ass.
Yep. He put the buffer set of wheels on that because there should have been one extra swap.
Well, now he's got to do 3 swaps. God damn it. Okay.
We fuck up tires. W.
Yeah.
So
Richard knows the consequence of going to the lighthouse. We know all too damn well what ends up happening. And the only reason he would have done it, and would have subjected himself to whatever occurred is if there was a net benefit to the greater good. Give me 1 second. Hello.
Hello.
What's up?
Question.
Might have an answer.
Might have it, yes. If I have a picture of a person trespassing property, a license plate, would you be able to run said plate and give me their name?
41, 10-8.
Morning, Arlen.
No.
Morning.
No?
And yes, but no, but yes, in a roundabout way. I
Okay.
can write a report with the information, and then you would have to FOIA that report, but I would not be able to provide you said information.
Okay, so you straight up can like give me
Correct.
the name. Okay, all right. So it seems a bit too much work, to be honest.
Yeah, I'm assuming that's the intent behind FOIA related stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
I don't want to
wanted
get I don't want to get frosted.
No, you're good. You're good. All right. Well, I appreciate the information.
No problem. Have a good one.
Thank you. You too. Bye bye.
Need the rebounds and all this shit again? Damn.
All right. Or actually, he's got to remove those, right?
Okay, it's gonna be musical. Go ahead and leave it there.
Okay.
Okay, I got a spare regular sport tires on me. What we're gonna do is we're gonna remove these, and these tires are going onto the CVPI. Those other tires are going onto here.
All right. Should be over here.
You already have tires?
Okay. Continue. I apologize.
You said you're something that he wouldn't do it without the greater good.
Correct. Because Richard isn't stupid. Richard wouldn't do something like put himself in that position unless he felt again it was for the greater good, because we've dealt with stuff in the past personally, and a lot of people don't know this, and there's no chance Richard would willingly put himself in said position. There just isn't, not in my mind. Nobody could convince me that would be the case.
What happened way back when this happened originally?
Well,
38, westbound out.
already off.
Okay, fuck it. I'm putting.
It was a situation with Flop
You know what?
where for lack of better term, deals were made.
Yeah, I don't want slicks on my car then.
Eventually
Fuck it. He could buy the semi-slicks off me.
Flop returned. And Richard got sick at the time, for very sick, in fact. But when Flop returned, he wasn't himself. He had no recollection of anything. Like he didn't remember his dog. He didn't remember us. We were just sitting at the picnic table at the house by the lighthouse. And at first, the processing that was rough. But like,
Why am I fucking with it? I like it how it drives. Here's the slicks that need to go on that, and I do need those.
His dog was there, and we couldn't really tell him it was his dog, as opposed to pretty much offer him the ability to adopt his own dog. Because again, in his mindset, that wasn't his dog. You know what I mean? Like that was the condition that Flop was in. Physically, he was fine. Mentally, he was not the same. And again, Richard got real sick. Oh my gosh, this was so long ago. The thing is,
Maybe I do try semi-slicks.
he promised me there'd be no deals. In saying that, though, deals were typically with Norman. If he wasn't at the lighthouse, I don't quite know what the fuck happened. I'm not too familiar with the doctor, if you will. I mean, familiar with.
I didn't. I just saw Oxy.
you know, Isaac, sure.
Nothing worth reading.
And oh gosh, I'd have to think so far fucking back regarding like stuff we were inquiring about, whether that was he had family. I don't know if it was a brother or a sister. I don't remember. It was so long ago. I might have notes. I'd have to try to find them from so far back. But we
So
would
you
like
never met a pestilence character then. You only knew of Bones.
Bones, correct. Additionally, I am aware of Dr. Isaac, but not like to some degree, you know, involved with all of this mess. I swear there's a document somewhere, and this would have been from ages ago. I'll try to find that. I can't promise I'll find it today. But there was a document, and we were looking into this many years ago, and it referenced all of Norman's stuff. It made reference to if I recall correctly, Dr. Isaac. So there might be bits and pieces of information available, but again, it was so long ago that it's hard to it's hard to remember and piece everything together properly.
Yeah, and that's my problem. I wasn't around back in those times, so I don't know exactly what happened back in the day. There's definitely have been references made from a long time ago that I don't understand and I can't figure out. I know Flop was is your son. I know you two are married. But he's calling out stuff that's before my time that I don't know of.
Like what?
How do I want to put this? The reason I think it was stupid for Dark to go is there was a video released from Dr. Krieger's torture. And he calls out Dark in that video.
It calls him out, isn't like taunting?
Yes. What was Dark sicknesses like when you were dealing with Dark and Flop?
Well, I mean, if I recall correctly, his body was pretty much shutting down on him at the time. Oh my gosh, it was like anything that could go wrong was going wrong. And there was also I hope I'm remembering this correctly. Okay, because we've put forth a great deal into trying to forget this stuff ever fucking happened.
Trust me, I've been trying to do the same.
But there was like
Actually, we might need to go rest Reese real quick because I just saw him rob a store.
Okay. Given everything, I know you're not going to think I'm crazy, but I'm pretty sure there was a rat.
What do you mean, like a physical rat or a like person, like a rat, like a physical rat?
A physical rat.
We're good.
All right.
Look,
Okay.
that's a uterus. That's a female vagina up on the wall.
Oh. You sure that's not just a bull?
Oh.
No, I know because my wife is pregnant.
Oh. Okay. So I'm gonna take the coquette back, right? Wait, where's your car?
Bruce. Yeah, see the left over here. That's the fallopian tubes. The middle's the cervix, and the bottom part's the vagina.
Oh wow.
Mm-hmm. I just learned about it. So it's nice. They support female reproductive health. Ew, fucking disgusting.
Sorry, sir.
Yeah. Like that.
I'll take back McNulty's shit because my stuff's parked up north now, so
Very
we
good.
should be
You see
good.
this? Very
Yeah, yeah.
excited.
Very good. Very good.
Peters, I'm
Up
wholly
there's the
uninterested
uterus.
in
Up there's
the vagina.
uterus.
I hope you know that.
There's the uterus. The opening. They must have given birth in the past because there's an opening.
Oh my god.
Holy moly, this thing needs some work on it.
Ooh.
It needs 4 across.
Yeah, that's a McNulty issue, if I've ever heard one.
He's gonna hit me up after the storm. Bro, you did a good job with this, Peters.
All right.
When we get back up there, I want you to look at a report and I want you to tell me if it was like what Richard had.
So, if I had to describe, like, what was happening, it was like... Explaining it is... I don't want to describe it as, like, necrotic, if that makes sense, but it kind of was, if I recall correctly. And again, at some point, there was a rat inside of Richard. And if I recall correctly, maybe not. No, that was it. I forget what medical center it was at. Holy fuck, it was so long ago.
Well, if this was okay, when this happened, was Dr. Isaac still working at the hospital, or was this from somebody else?
I'm not certain on that. I mean, we're talking like 6-7 years. I'm not 100% certain on that, unfortunately. I don't have that answer.
How many years before the collapse did this happen?
It was like probably within the last year prior to the collapse. But like I'm trying to remember like when the flop situation had occurred. I'll take a look at that report. Let me just jump in a car so that I don't get pulled into another conversation. Here, hop in. What report did you want me to look at?
I gotta find it. There's 5,000 reports in this shit right now. Alright, look at report 18321. we go down to Osvaldo's statement.
Which Jackie is he referencing?
Jackie Legs.
The reason I bring that up is because Jackie Snow has reference to all of this as well. Jackie Snow was the officer to push charges, if I recall correctly. Now, this is dating back many years ago. We're talking like, I don't know, 5 years before the collapse, 6 years even, who knows. Where Norman Bones was sentenced to death via firing squad, if I recall correctly.
So Norman Bones, as we know him today, isn't Norman Bones. It's death.
Sounds accurate, yeah.
It's just like Norman Bones is the host on which, whether you believe it's a ghost, a spirit, a horseman, whatever you want to call it, is taking.
Yeah. Kind of. And unfortunately, he reels people in with the promise of bringing someone back. And there's always strings attached.
Always strings.
There never is not. There's always a deal. Who has a skeleton for a hand?
You gotta remind yourself that the body's just a host.
So Horseman in the Apocalypse, so he told me I was fucked. I also talked to Ziggy, and he told me that as well. I think I'm banned from the ADMC block now. Might be shot on site.
Now, if you scroll down to Jackie Legs' statement, who performed the original surgery when it all happened.
I was in the mayoral meeting with Dr. Perry Watson. Got a text from Osvaldo saying it was an emergency. I called him. He said he was in the hospital, dizzy, vomiting, couldn't see. They had surgery done in the sewers by Dr. Smith. At that point, I let Dr. Perry know I had to go and come to the hospital. Osvaldo was in the operating room. I went and changed it to my scrubs. I was able to hear something sounding like a rat. Once I was done changing, I went into the operating room to see what was done. Looked over his chest and saw a wound. Looked like it was clearly operated on. I heard a rat noise in the room. Sounded like it came from Osvaldo's chest. I put him under. Started the surgery opening his chest. The wound looked perfectly fine. The lung looked healthy. To see where the rat was. While I was doing that, I felt woozy and passed out. Before that, my chest started hurting. At that point in time, I vomited and passed out.
Off-road, eastbound off-road.
Sound familiar?
Yeah, specifically the rat related stuff. Now, I don't, like, I'm looking at photos of rats at the lighthouse. I don't distinctly recall rats being a notable thing. However, birds were. And at the time, there was also reference to not just birds, ravens, if I recall correctly. And there was some sort of symbolism regarding a black feather versus a white feather. But again, it happened so long ago. Regarding the exact details behind it is quite difficult, especially for something that we just wanted to forget.
So, are you speaking about the crow that's always with Norman Bones?
Yes.
So, according to mythological legend,